How do you land the plane? I knew a man who was the head of a major Christian organization. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas, quality ideas, that everyone was sure the agency was just going to soar. And it did, in the idea realm. This leader was not at the helm of that ministry organization very long. After he left, some said of him, he had 30,000-foot ideas, but he just couldn't land the plane. He couldn't go from vision or dream to reality. Do you know anyone like that? Always coming up with great ideas, but unable to bring them about. In many ways, that person is more of a dreamer than a leader. I think we all may have been in situations like that ourselves. In our heart, we see a strong desire, a dream, a vision of what could be. Sometimes that's where it stays, a dream, a desire, but with no effective plan to make that idea a reality. Dr. Robert Jeffress, in a Pathway to Victory devotional, wrote, "There's a difference in knowing your dreams and actually fulfilling your dreams." And he used the life and leadership of Nehemiah as an example. His vision was to rebuild the wall around Jerusalem. Jeffress listed 5 key steps that any leader can use to land that 30,000-foot idea. First of all, he said, investigation. Nehemiah walked around the wall at night to get a sense of what the job would be like, what was needed to finish that job, and what were the major obstacles. And then number 2 is motivation. When Nehemiah announced this goal, his vision, he had to do it in a way that inspired the people of Jerusalem. After that, point 3 is determination. This leader was prepared to defend his dream against the opposition. Criticism will almost always come. A leader has to be ready for it and be able to keep those he's leading moving forward toward that goal. Number 4 is organization. There was an urgency to the work that Nehemiah was leading the people to do. It was a long wall, and he couldn't do it by himself. So he organized it in such a way that the people worked on the section of the wall nearest their home. It was both organization and motivation, and it was a great example of delegation. And then number 5 is implementation. Finally, you just have to start. It is harder to get something started than it is to keep it moving. Try pushing your car when it won't start. You'll understand that principle for sure. And in the famous Nike shoes advertising phrase, sometimes you just do it. By the way, you can see these principles laid out in the first 3 chapters of the Old Testament book of Nehemiah, and it's worth a reading or rereading to see these principles, these leadership principles, in action. God has called us to good works. As leaders, whether it's of a ministry or a corporation or your family, we need to lead in a way that inspires others to do the work alongside us and to accomplish God's vision He has given us. Listen to Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's masterpiece. He's created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago. What dream, what good work has the Lord given you? If it comes from God, it is part of His great plan, and we can be confident that accomplishing it will bless and draw many to Christ. So let's dream those 30,000-foot dreams. But let's be sure we have the plan in place to land the plane. If you want to learn more about Media Alliance and our global ministry work, head over to our website. It's at medialliance.cc. And you can help us share God's good work through Media Alliance by liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos. Thanks so much, and God's best.